BET award a little cheap.
He can't afford what?
Yo, shut
No,
up,
he can't
man.
afford it.
He can't afford what?
Yo, just the other day, Young Miami was defending Diddy when people were saying he paid for her BET award, but he couldn't pay for her VMA award because he can't afford it. Well, now the award isn't the only thing Diddy can't afford. Homeboy won't afford to keep Caresha from prison because she's probably going down for being his pink Coca-Cola transporter. Y'all, Diddy is already going through the most, especially after the raids of his homes in LA and Miami. And regarding the raids, a spokesperson for Homeland Security Investigations said Homeland Security Investigations, HSI New York, executed law enforcement actions as a part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. We will provide further information as it becomes available. Homeland Security Investigations is yet to provide more info, but you know what we know? Caresha could be going to prison for being one of Diddy's transporters. Yes, you heard that right. So in the lawsuit that Lil Rod filed against Diddy in February, he accused Diddy of touching him inappropriately, showing him explicit videos, and so much more. He additionally claimed that Diddy told him he slept with two fellow male celebrities who fans later speculated were Usher and Meek Mill. Caresha also got a few mentions in the lawsuit, and Lil Rod first mentions her when he said that he acquired irrefutable receipts of, among other things, Miami's cousin and or assistant SAing him. According to Lil Rod, he was with Diddy, Caresha, and her female cousins on Thanksgiving Day in 2022. And he said that Miami's cousin burst into the bathroom while he was inside, at which point she allegedly started grabbing him and going down on him. He then said he tried to push her away and left the restroom, only to then be followed by the woman, who then allegedly undressed and attempted to straddle him and hook up with him in front of Diddy, Caresha, and others. In the lawsuit, Lil Rod also mentioned how Caresha was one of the ladies on Diddy's payroll for being one of the ladies of the night. You know, the ones from the freak-offs and stuff. Well, now Lil Rod has amended the lawsuit he filed against Diddy, and he added an additional 25 pages of information to the already very lengthy filing. He basically goes into detail about Diddy's affinity towards pink Coca-Cola, also known as Tucci, which is a combination of pink food coloring, strawberry flavoring, ketamine, caffeine, and MDMA, among other things. But I'm more interested in where Rod mentions Caresha again, and there's actually a part in the lawsuit where he says plaintiff and the Combs RICO enterprise were rehearsing for something in the Westival. Plaintiff Jones personally witnessed Mr. Combs do a few lines of Coca-Cola in his dressing room. Defendant Sean Combs wanted Tucci, but Brendan forgot it. So defendant Christina Karam called Young Miami, who then brought it on the private jet from Miami. Brendan, who was said to have forgotten the Tucci, was already arrested in Miami Opa-locka Executive Airport shortly after the raids went down, and Diddy was seen right beside him as he was being led away in handcuffs. Obviously, this arrest is not surprising, considering Brendan's name appeared a freaking 11 times in the February lawsuit filed by Rod. I don't know whether Brandon was planning to escape with Diddy, but he was apprehended at Opa-locka Airport before he could board Diddy's private jet. And according to court records, Brendan was booked for rock and controlled substance possession and released after posting a $2,500 bail. Okay, get seated, loves, cause Caresha coming through for Brendan wasn't an isolated one-time thing. Apparently, Combs RICO Enterprise did a lot of procuring, transporting, and distributing various illegal substances. And these substances found their way into carry-on luggage during both national and international travels, including trips facilitated by Young Miami on behalf of Diddy. Now that one of the transporters was arrested, the real question is, are the feds going for Caresha next? You know, there have also been reports that two of Diddy's assistants were also arrested, and that's actually the reason why Diddy was spotted at the Miami Opa-locka Executive Airport, pacing around outside a customs office there at the airport. Again, could they be going for Caresha next for also being a transporter? Hold that thought. It gets even worse for Caresha. Elsewhere in the newly uncovered court documents, Lil Rod also mentions again how Caresha was accepting monthly payments from Diddy in exchange for being one of the ladies of the night. And she was not the only one on a monthly payroll. Daphne Joy, who shares a child with 50 Cent, also allegedly received monthly payments from Diddy for being one of the ladies of the night. And another woman also named as one of those who were on a payroll is Jade Rami. I wonder wonder who else was receiving those monthly checks. Anyway, Young Miami did not issue a response to the allegations made against her, nor the recent lawsuits made against Diddy. She did, however, pen an oddly timed tweet after Diddy's homes were raided, writing, "This finna be a fun summer." And then she responded to a tweet asking about her whereabouts, saying, "Right here, what's up?" But with all these new details about Caresha, a lot of things about her relationship with Diddy are adding up. Y'all know how we've been saying that it didn't make sense that Diddy was paying Caresha too much money just to be a side chick? Back in 2022, they were even having issues because Diddy reduced her allowance from $500K to $200K. And this was also around the time when Jaguar Wright said Miami probably had too much dirt on Diddy, and that's why $200K was not enough for her to stay in the relationship.
Yeah,
she was getting $500K a month. She quit because he dropped her down.
Yeah, I think that's where they're at with it now.
No, but understand this. Think about this. And there are women in this room. Why would you quit? What's going on at $250,000 ain't enough?
As followers continued to question why $200K was not enough for Young Miami, Diddy quickly backtracked and apologized to Miami by filling her house with roses and raising her allowance back up to $500K. Now we understand why Diddy had to pay up, and fast. Caresha was not just a side chick. She was one of the freak-off girls. She was also a transporter of the pink snow and participated in other illegal things. Child, even that $500K was probably not enough for all the illegal things she was forced to do. But with Diddy supposedly now giving her nothing, sources have reported that Caresha is pressed about Diddy abandoning her, and she's even more scared that she could be facing jail time because of Diddy. Well, Caresha may complain all she wants, but we all know that at the moment, Diddy doesn't even have the money to be spoiling anyone or bailing anyone out. I'm sure he's probably trying to buy his way out of the situation he is in as quickly as possible. Plus, other than the lawsuits he was settling and the people he had to pay, Diddy also lost a number of business ventures and endorsements which would have otherwise replenished his pockets. Of course, we all know that Miami was with Diddy because of the money she was getting from him, and because Diddy has been losing more cash than he is gaining, his priority is really not on a sugar baby right now. Yes, Diddy was the one who helped Miami launch her businesses, including Caresha Please, and the reason why it was even airing on Revolt TV was because Diddy was the chairman of Revolt TV at the time. So he pulled some strings to get her some airtime for her show. But after he was slapped with those lawsuits and with all the new developments hitting him every other week, he really does not have time for Caresha. But you know what? There's a possibility that both Diddy and Caresha could actually get out of this drama, because apparently the feds are after something bigger. I mean, this would definitely explain why, even though there are overwhelming receipts against Diddy, the feds have been arresting other people and not Diddy. A lot of people certainly believe that there was so much more to that raid, with someone like Suge Knight who tweeted, referencing Clive Davis and Jeffrey Epstein, "People, the raids today wasn't for Diddy. It was to destroy the incriminating stuff on powerful men. Hashtag Epstein, hashtag Diddy, hashtag Clive Davis." In a different tweet, Suge also said, "Justice for Tupac is coming. Keefe D and now Diddy." Someone else who reacted to the situation was former Bad Boy artist Mark Curry. And while reacting to Diddy's houses getting raided by Homeland Security, Mark questioned if Diddy is strong enough to go through what R. Kelly and Bill Cosby went through, and encouraged people to pray for Diddy because he feels he could unalive himself. There have actually been a couple more reactions, with someone like Candace Owens also saying that she believes the bigger fish are being protected, as she said the feds are currently raiding Diddy's house. They already know what he was up to, but he is going to be the fall guy so that they—
Check this out. I believe Young Miami knew what was going on. She had a place in all of it, so did a lot of other people, and she made sure she was paid well. Hell, if you ask me, no amount of money would be worth it. She has children. She'd freaking tripping if she didn't think Diddy would eventually come for her children if he hadn't already. Child who raised her. Being intimate with a family member while a family member is around is some next-level nastiness. I wonder if and when she gets locked up, will he be there for her from behind bars? Because that's definitely where he's going. And Suge Knight has a message for Diddy. Let's check it out.
Everybody been talking about the Puffy situation. First, I'd like to pray for his family. His daughters and his sons, his kids, basically. That's never a good sign for nobody to cheer about when it comes to kids or young men being handcuffed. It's a bad day for hip-hop, for the culture, for black people. Because when one looks bad, we all look bad. Because that's definitely not nothing to cheer about. But I tell you what, Puffy, your life is in danger. Because you know the secrets, who's involved in that little secret room you guys participating in. So, you know they're going to get you if they can. It's a little crazy how Puffy get booted out the alcohol business and Jimmy Iovine steps in with Andre and Snoopy promoting it. It's never a good look when it comes to culture of hip-hop and for our community, our people. I turn myself in. Sometimes you gotta face the music. That's most of the time. Puffy, I'm gonna give you some real advice. 2 quick things. You gotta make a decision. When you go to prison, either you're gonna be standing up pissing or squatting sitting down pissing. I advise you to try to take the first one, because you know if you're squatting pissing on the seat, you know what that means. Oh yeah, by the way, do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison. I'm out.